Katrina.
I'm Adam.
Reporter for Linwood Times.
Nice to meet you, Katrina.
Nice to meet you. Just state your name.
Adam Fortney.
So, how are you feeling with the crowd, the energy of the crowd?
I feel fantastic with the crowd. I mean, how can you not? I mean, it's pretty, it's humbling. I mean, we knew this was going to happen. We kind of let the organizer run with the whole thing, and we didn't get behind it a whole lot, and still there's a great turnout. So yeah, it's humbling, it's exciting, and we kind of needed it right now because it's been a rough couple months.
Right.
So it's very good to see, and I think it's reflective of the generally speaking of Snohomish County. I think Snohomish County they want to keep their law enforcement. They're supportive of law enforcement, and I just think that reflects today in these crowds.
All right, so this seems like a bigger movement than just to support you, also to support law enforcement, the work they do.
Oh yeah, it's not about me only. No, it's about supporting law enforcement. Absolutely. It's just I just happen to be the one that, whatever the recall movement or whatever you want to call the other side, I'm just the one they're coming after right now. But it impacts all of law enforcement. It absolutely does.
Did you expect something like this when you were running for sheriff last year?
I don't think anybody could have expected the first 6 months of me being in office. I mean, nobody did. I mean, I've been doing this a couple decades. I've got people that work for me now that have been doing it a lot longer than me, and they've never seen anything like it. No, it's been tough. And forget the recall stuff for a minute. Just the stuff that we've all had to deal with as a community, the pandemic, everything that happened that in Minneapolis, we've had to deal with that and still dealing with that. Really important stuff. I mean, history-changing stuff. So no, I never anticipated anything like this at all. Yeah,
Is there
absolutely.
any final remarks you want to make or say to Snohomish?
I mean, you saw both groups out here today, and kind of what in part got us here today was when I spoke on behalf of constitutional rights, the Facebook post, all that kind of stuff. And I don't want to rehash it, but when I spoke about that, it wasn't for one side or the other. It was for everybody's constitutional rights. I don't care what side of any particular issue you may be on. Constitutional rights are for everybody. So I'm kind of proud to see the other side out here and our side. We have that right to do that. That's why I said that back a couple months ago. Nobody can take that right from us. So it's kind of cool to see that. It's hard to see, okay, because I know what their message is. I hear them loud and clear. That's difficult, and I just like to point out they have never sat down and talked with me. I have never met them face to face. They have never said, "Hey, Sheriff, can we come up to your office and talk to you? We really don't like what you're doing." Because my answer every time is, "Sure, come on up." They've never done that. And coming from, I don't. They preach tolerance. They preach collaboration. They preach dialogue. I'm all for all three of those things. I actually think I don't want to say we're close on issues because I don't know that we are, but I think if we could get in a room and talk, it'd be a good thing. But the problem with the other side, what we're seeing is if you don't believe what they believe, they don't want to hear from you, they don't want to talk to you, and they want you out of office. That's not okay with me. That's not how this form of government is supposed to work. I got elected overwhelmingly last year. I got a 4-year shot at this, and if Snohomish County citizens want to vote me out in 4 years, that's their absolute right, and I respect it. But this recall stuff, it's divisive right now. It's not good. I recognize their right to do it, but I wish they would have just came in and talked to me, get to know me a little bit, because what you hear in the media is probably about 10% true. So there's always another side of the story.